Welcome back, friends and family. What's happening? We are here again to break it down with my man, Core.
Cool.
This is the show where we speak directly to the artists and find out how they came up with these songs, written, produced, the music, the visuals, the recording sessions,
Story, everything.
the whole story behind this creative process. And with us again is one of my favorite people on the planet Earth, Core of EMS. What's happening?
A lot of, yeah, man. 7 billion people on the planet. So that means a lot to me, man. I appreciate that a lot. That's cool.
I don't know them all, but I know the ones that matter the most to me.
Hey, if you know 10 million people, you know almost 1%. So like it's a lottery. I won the lottery with the people that I surround myself with. That means a lot to me. Thank you.
We have great people in EMS, and
damn right.
Core, tell our listeners who may not know about you what got you into writing and producing, and when did you write and produce your first song?
That's a good question. I started making music on a serious level in 2005 or 6. I was in college at the time. I was 19, 20 years old. I actually started before that. I think I was in high school with a really good friend of mine, Jared, AKA Strict 9. I started making remix tapes. I was downloading acapellas on remember LimeWire? Oh my God, yeah. This was this is when CDs were still like a predominantly, they were strong in presence, and 3.5 floppy disks. And oh my God. Anyways, excuse me. Yeah, dude, we started downloading acapellas and instrumentals, and I was putting together remix tapes, selling them in high school for a small fee. And that's how I ended up buying a microphone. And, we got Sony Acids Pro. That's how I started making beats. I actually started making beats at Fitchburg State College. Now Fitchburg State University, but 2005, 2006 is when I started. And luckily enough, me and M-Dot actually were roommates at the time. And that's how we linked up. He was going to MCLA, and that's how he met, Rev and Mayhem. They started EMS, the Triple Threat. I was the fourth installment after meeting him and working with him directly in the dorm rooms. Man, that's exactly how we started. As far as writing, I was a horrible songwriter. Everything I wrote was fucking garbage. Luckily, maybe my father gave me this gene, but I kept all those. So I got a shoebox full of just terrible lyrics everywhere. That's exactly how I started, man. It's funny that you brought that up. That was very nostalgic to think about it. I missed a lot of classes in college because I was writing a lot of music that wasn't good. I was making a lot of beats, and that's actually where I learned how to do Photoshop and stuff, self-taught, Awesome. The best way to learn something is to be motivated and teach yourself.
Yes.
Because you're curious about everything. But yeah, the creative process started there. Yep.
Excellent. I love it. I didn't know that, so I'm glad.
15 years, man. Thinking about it, 15 solid years of working on the craft. Look where I am now. It's nice. I like that. Yeah. I'm glad that you asked that question. Thank you.
I'm glad I did too. That's great. Today, I want to get into CoEfficient. So let's break it down. CoEfficient is a track I pushed to get this song on the compilation, the In Your Lane Music, Stay in Your Lane Vol.1, that mouthful of an album, which has a lot of awesome material from EMS and affiliates. But this specifically is a Core solo written produced track. Again, it's a shorter track, fast, up in your face. It's
different.
It's got so much going on in the song. Break it down for us.
For anybody who's listening to Stay in Your Lane Vol.1, man, you would know, right? You hear the style, you hear the techniques, and then all of a sudden this song smacks you in the face.
Yes.
Because it is just different. The production is different. The synths are different. Just like you said, every weird, sound is different. And I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm just doing it because that's just that was the mood I was in for the day. And like I said, I downloaded some new beat packs. I was working with Native Instruments and Machine, and I was working on KOREiculum at the time. Actually, I had a lot of songs that didn't make it. Maybe it could have made it easily, but for some reason it just didn't fit. Maybe Milo was short. I didn't want to have two short ones. You just don't know. But it sounded like maybe I wanted to put that on something more recent, and I'm glad it made this CD, like you said, because it's different, and it's not for everybody actually, but it's like, I don't make music for everybody. I make it for, whoever wants to enjoy it. But yes, that track, the production was crazy, man. Like you said, like, what were you saying earlier? It sounded like what? Guitar, like a guitarist guy? What was that?
Yeah, the second half of the song sounds like Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine when he's whammy barring and
Yes.
literally like scratching the strings on the
Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I downloaded this plugin. I think it was called, or a beat pack. It was called Strings or Blocks or something like that. Blocks Wired. For anyone who knows the machine, it's fairly basic, but it's crazy. I'm talking nuts. So I heard this thing, and like, so I'm just wailing down on this beat pad thing, just going absolutely fucking insane. And I found this really different, like this, I don't know what happened to me, man. I felt like I was on fucking mushrooms or something. It was crazy. I was just like, this is really wild. Oh my God. And I wanted to rap over it, but it was so loud and it was crazy. I'm like, you know what we should do? We should just let this ride out and let people like really enjoy an instrumental, because like you don't always have to fit lyrics into a position. You can let it ride out, and sometimes that's decent. So like I said, I was shooting for something different, but like you said, we start out with like that. We are knocking shit out like Devo, I'll sing that hook like CeeLo, get it in like shooting free throws, like follow us. So it was just kind of like a bam, 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 like a quick, like kind of like a Milo setup a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It was very similar if you actually break it down as we are. But yeah, man, it was something like very quick. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm due for another one. But I mean, yeah, man, I'm glad that we put that on the project. Super cool track. For anyone listening, it's a wild ride. You'll love it, man. It's like, it just smacks you in the face. Like, go fuck yourself. But I love you.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I love your music core is I'm going to get something different every time. And when I first heard this song, I said, this is amazing. When are we releasing this? And you had said, oh, I don't think it's going to make KOREiculum, and I might be on something else. And
yeah, man, I'm glad you pushed for it. That was a huge.
Well, I'm not. I mean, I have some musical talents. I mean, being a DJ, obviously, I have an ear, but when I'm around somebody like M. Dot who has songs that are 5 or 6 years old, which are incredible songs, and he's like, oh, I don't know if we're ever going to release these. That's why I said, well, we need to put out a compilation, because I understand that certain songs don't have a place on albums, and with the fans we do all over the world that we have, they want to hear more of our music. I know they do. The reason I started Own Lane and the reason we all are in this together is because we all love our music and what we do. And I want everybody to hear this music because I think it's incredible. And the first time I heard this song, I was blown away because, again, I'm like, here's Core again, coming with some smash, and then you're gone, and the song just goes, and it's like now it's like a completely different, not so much a different vibe, but when that whole synthesis comes in, and it just I knew it had to be released somewhere, so I'm glad we were.
Yeah, very unexpected, but also like it's like the hot sauce that goes in the drink, you know what I mean? Like, you don't expect it, but it's there for sure.
Yeah,
that spice.
And I know you mentioned it, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I mean, I listen to, except new country music, fuck that shit, but I dig old country music, rock,
That is enjoyable to you.
jazz, swing, Motown. And so this song to me was just like wow, like, yeah, it's a rap song, but it could be a rock song, it could be a hardcore rap song, and it just had so many different styles and flavors in like 2 minutes. It's one of my favorite core songs, and the listeners are gonna love it. Let's play it for them right now.
Yeah. We are knocking shit out like Devo. I'll sing that hook like CeeLo. Get it in like shooting free throws. Follow us wherever we go. Warming up like it's El Nino. Call 911, let Reno, Nevada know that we're coming. I'm blowing up like dice in casinos. Check it out, switch it up, pick it up. Let's run it like you never seen this happen before. The kid that started on the board is rapping, attacking, cracking swords. Listen when this lion roars. Words of wisdom from the lords. Let me know who the fuck's gonna top the chorus. Nobody, I'm sure. Got them all on hold, yup. No slice for them, not even a cold cut. Wanna ride this dick or show enough? Let's ride like a 4x4 truck. All in at the table, cause I favored like I'm able. The flow is so destructive, the chemistry isn't stable. They will die when they come in contact. Too much exposure, I'm all that. When you try to breathe, you just fall flat. So just leave no need for the hall pass. Core. Woo! Yeah.
So that whole the whole second half of the song, that was done on a beat pad, like that was like a distortion.
Yes. I have this box wide, and I pressed one button, and it was like, wow. I was like, whoa. Like I stepped back, I'm like, what the hell was that? So I went, wow. So now I'm like, okay, I can mess with this. And then I just started, I found that eighth note, that 1/8, and I kind of just, I wasn't looking at it as far as keys were concerned, because when you're looking at a pad, so you're looking at like 4 across, 4 down, you're looking at 16 licks. So I started hitting the pads at a more of a pattern, but it sounded insane. And then when I finished that, I had, like you said, like I had a whammy knob. So I just started messing with that, man. I was having fun with that. Too much fun with that.
It's a super fun track. I hope all our listeners enjoy it. Excuse me. You can, the link's in the description below. It's on Spotify, iTunes, all of your places where you should be subscribed to us already and listening to this. But if you haven't, we've made it easy for you to click on these links and go enjoy it, because
please enjoy it if it's enjoyable to you. 100%.
It's awesome, and you're awesome, Core. Let everybody know where they can find out more about Courage of EMS.
You guys can find me on all social media platforms. You can find me on iTunes, SoundCloud, Audio Mag, Distro. You can find me all over the place. Instagram, Twitter recently. You can find me on Facebook too. I drop a lot of links on there because it's correlated with my Instagram. But at CoReVMS, slide into my DMs if you'd like, and I'll help you further find the rabbit hole of CoReVMS's music for sure.
Yeah, tip pics on the phone. You could show that, right? Awesome.
Say like Tony Hawk, never going back.
Well, as always, my friend, thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure. And for all of
man. Please, man. The pleasure is mine, man. I'll always stop the core to talk to you. So I appreciate that, man.
Excellent. Well, that was it for today. Break It Down.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Break It Down. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcast. If there's a song or video you want us to break down with an artist, hit us up on social media at Own Lane Music, or hit the artist up directly and mention our show. Maybe we can talk to him. That's it, everyone. Peace out.